Hello guys, welcome back to Cricket with AV, and this is your ultimate Indian cricket destination where you'll get the previews, reviews and all the match analysis of the Indian men's or women's team playing anywhere. You'll also get IPL content over here, special segments like Blast from the Past and Trivia. So for more of that, like the video if you enjoy, share, subscribe and click the bell icon. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Cricket with AV, and today we have Vijay Lokapally Sir with us to talk about the India-Pakistan match which India unfortunately lost. But we are going to talk about that game, how things panned out. Why did India lose? How did Pakistan play well? Better than India, of course. That's why they won. First of all, welcome Vijay Sir to the show. And today we are going to talk about India versus Pakistan.
Yeah, I was prepared for the show because we haven't spoken for a very long time. And I was, in fact, very keen to catch up with you. I've been following all your shows, and it's like I said, it's after a long time that I'm being featured on your show. So, what was your reaction after the game?
After the game, like even till the time it was of 30 of 30, I had the belief that somewhere we could have won the game if we bowled well, because first of all, when India were batting, it was not looking like a batting fit. And when India's innings panned out and India scored 150 odd, I thought we had a pretty good chance to win it, because I think 150 was a decent sort of a score. And I knew that if we bowl well, we can win this game easily, because it was not a good batting pitch. Like, if you played well, then you would get something like Virat Kohli did. But then the other batsmen didn't show any sort of application. Rishabh Pant showed a bit of application. He played well till 39 runs, but then he threw his wicket away. He literally threw his wicket away. That was not a ball to play that shot on. So, like Pakistan, both Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam, I feel both of them were pretty. They didn't take the pressure, and they were just playing the situation, because when there was a bad ball, they punished it. They were even taking the good balls for singles, which India was just either getting bowled on. Like, I think the ball which KL Rahul got out on, he could have defended it towards the leg side. It didn't move a lot. It didn't do a lot of movement, or didn't it swing from the off stump to the leg stump. It was just a ball which nipped back 1 centimeter or so, which was enough to get him out. But the form he was in, I would back him to defend that delivery, which he would. I think what happened was they were in an attacking mindset, due to which India just was trying to attack every ball, and they weren't able to keep out the good balls. Whereas when Pakistan were chasing, they knew the score which they had to chase, and they were keeping out the good balls and finishing the bad balls.
But I thought I thought India lost the game in the first 5 overs, first 6 overs, in fact. Yeah, the power play overs, because and the two openers went to some fantastic deliveries. It was very difficult. You couldn't have. I mean, they would have got some of the best batsmen, and full marks to Pakistan, because they had done their preparation well, their homework very well. So there's a lot of tactical acumen in what they tried, because if you see, they got Rohit Sharma with his weakness of the ball which comes in, and Rahul, of course, I mean, to be surprised by that Yorker right in the beginning of the innings was a big setback for him and for Indian team. But the fact remains that when Surya Kumar Yadav got out, it was very difficult, very, very difficult. Somebody would have had to play a blinder, maybe somebody like Hardik Pandya or Ravindra Jadeja. They are known to play some wild shots and come up with some quick runs. But yesterday, nothing worked for India. If you see, barring Virat Kohli, there wasn't a batsman. True, Rishabh Pant was throwing the bat around, but then he was also looking like he will get out any time. But not Virat. Virat was very firm, and I must say, this was one of the finest innings I've seen from him under circumstances. If you look at the pressure he was under, look at the challenge that came from the Pakistan bowling lineup. They had such a variety: leg spinner, left arm spinner, seam bowler, quick bowler like Afridi. Afridi was very quick.
Yeah.
and he was
Both
bowling
of them,
right on
Haris
target.
Rauf and Shaheen Afridi, both were averaging like 145 plus each ball. Like,
Yes, so it's very difficult to, the first of all, you have to salvage the innings, build it. There is not much time in T20, and with such bowling, fantastic bowling, you had to be at your best. And to me, I think, Arnav, if you see, the shot of the match came from Virat Kohli when
definitely.
he hit Afridi straight. That was a predetermined shot. He had stepped out, connected it so beautifully. It was a typical aggressive T20 shot. So I must say it was a difficult game for India, but full marks to
Like
Pakistan. It was,
me and my dad were watching the match together, and like we were like, now we have lost 2 wickets. Now it's a time to counter attack in a way. And my dad was saying that इनको ऐसा shot मारो कि ये भूल के लग जाए कि मेरे को विराट कोहली ने ऐसा छक्का मारा था. Before the shot only he said that, and the next ball Virat Kohli slapped Shaheen Shah Afridi for a 6 over. So like I was like, see dad, your prediction went right, bang on.
yeah, but that was not going to win you the game. To
Yeah.
win a game with the kind of bowling India has, you would have needed at least 180 on the board. If you look at Bhuvaneshwar, he was half his best. If you
Yeah.
look at him, he wasn't, and Shami had a bad day, but he got hit only towards
Sir,
the end of the innings.
on this India's bowling, I had a question that what was the reason? I don't think India came up with a plan, to be very honest, because they had fielders on their offside. They had a full packed offside field, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Mohammad Shami, they were bowling long hops on the hips. To like it was like the batsman was just doing like this, like it was an action replay every ball. I didn't see a single like a cover drive or a back foot punch in the whole innings. So like I was like, why aren't they bowling outside off stump when you have a field set for that? And that's the weakness of every batsman to make them drive, get outside edge or something, especially when the ball swinging. So I don't think India utilized the new ball, which Pakistan did the best way they could.
Yeah, but I think Babar batted exceptionally well. Rizwan also batted exceptionally well because they look at how they built the partnership, how they took the sting out of the Indian attack. They picked the boundaries, they picked the bowler to hit the boundaries. Jadeja, whenever he bowled short, he was pulled. Whenever Varun Chakravarti bowled short, he was cut and pulled. And the same treatment was given to Bhuvneshwar. So Indian attack was absolutely in disarray, for which you will have to acknowledge the fact that Rizwan was in outstanding form, and Babar did nothing wrong. So I would say India did nothing right, and Pakistan did everything right. India didn't do anything right. So if you look at India's preparation against Afridi, I mean, Shaheen Afridi is known to strike in the first over. He's very famous for it. And India's weakness against left arm seamers in the beginning was again exposed. So it was a very, very difficult
And
day.
in the next
And to
game, you
be,
have a
hmm?
similar sort of a challenge coming up because when you play New Zealand, you'll have Trent Bolt bowling the first over.
Yeah, but see, when you lose by 10 wickets, you can find
Yeah.
10 excuses, right? You can find so many loopholes in the Indian team, which was missing. If we had done a pre-match show, we would have spoken about them differently. Like I remember, I went to an All India radio show where I thought Hardik Pandya's selection was a must. It was a very good selection, and he deserved to be playing in the squad. But then he got injured. He didn't bowl, so there are fitness issues as far as Pandya is concerned. And if you see his batting, he was looking rusty. He
Yeah.
was not, even though he played only whatever 11
Eight
deliveries,
balls. 8 balls.
8 balls. Yeah, whatever. So he didn't look what he is. I mean, he was not very confident. But Virat was very fluent. You look at Virat picking those ones and twos, they were very, very critical. So India needed a blistering start against Pakistan, which was missing. With Rohit gone, Rahul gone, and Surya Kumar Yadav also he had to play that shot because at that point I think he was wanting to take the chances with Virat Kohli at the other end. So that was understandable. And then Pant came and made whatever 35 runs he makes. Yeah. So it wasn't big enough to put Pakistan under pressure. But Arnav, I'm sure the Indian team management would have taken lessons. They would have made some notes on what not to be repeated in the next game, because that's a very critical game against New Zealand. If you if you don't win the match,
then you are reliant on the other results. As simple as that. Because if New Zealand win the next game, then it's like you are on to Namibia, Scotland, or Afghanistan beating either Pakistan or New Zealand, which is like, to be very honest, it's very tough.
Very tough, like, but Afghanistan can.
Afghanistan can, even Scotland or Namibia can on their day if any team plays badly.
On their day is something different. But Afghanistan can beat any day.
Yeah, they almost beat India in the 2019 World Cup. So
absolutely,
the next game is sort of a pre-quarter final for India.
Yes, and they will have to think of a different bowling attack.
Yeah. So, sir, my question over here to you is like, do you think the team selection in this match was right? Because I personally felt that Shardul Thakur, the form which he was coming in with, should have played instead of Bhuvneshwar Kumar in this game, because Bhuvi looked very, very rusty. Even in the warm-up games, in the Australia game, he was not very good at his best, but he looked at least better than he was before. But still, I feel Shardul, the way he was coming from the IPL and the form he was in, he deserved to play right now ahead of Bhuvi. So what's your take on that?
Arnav, like I said before the game, to me, Bhuvaneshwar also looked, he justified selection in the 11. Now, when you look at his bowling, he looks jaded, tired. I think the IPL effect is there. So I don't mind playing Shardul. Definitely. I will keep Shami, Shardul, and Bumrah, right? I'll keep Pandya out. I will also, you'll have to give Varun Chakravarti out. I would like to bring in Ashwin for.
What I think what India can do is they can bring their 11 after their learnings from this match can be having Rohit Rahul opening, Virat Kohli at 3, Suryakumar Yadav at 4. There's no need to change that. Then there's Rishabh Pant, Jadeja at 6, Shardul Thakur. Then you have Ravi Chandran Ashwin, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Shami, and Varun Chakravarti.
Fair enough. Because Shami has to play.
Yeah.
This is a one-off game.
You can't go in with 2 pacers, especially when you are not playing at Sharjah. 2 pacers won't make any sense.
Yeah. So you will have Ashwin, you will have Jadeja, and you will have
Varun Chakravarti.
You want Varun Chakravarti to play?
Yeah, because I think the one over which he went bad was for his last over. Otherwise, I think he looked pretty good. I think overall of all the bowlers which India bowled, Varun Chakravarti to me was one who was looking to take a wicket. Others were just like bowling badly. Varun Chakravarti, there were a few balls in his first over which just went for 2 runs. If you're drifting in, I was like, maybe they could have got out, because there was one inside edge which I remember of Babar's bat to his pad. So I thought maybe there could have been a chance there. Then there were a few shots which went off the inside edge. So there were a few chances being created by him. Few, but half chances you can say. But Bumrah also bowled a very good Yorker, but again didn't get the reward. So I think only Bumrah and Varun Chakravarti, to some extent, looked like taking a wicket in versus Pakistan.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So
but it's going to be a very tough game.
Yeah.
It will be a different pitch, and toss again will be
very crucial.
An issue, because like here, India would have loved to bat first. Sorry, India would have wanted to bowl first. Yeah. So this was a good wake-up call for the team, because nothing is lost. You can just move on from this defeat, learn the lessons, and
And
prepare
the
yourself
fact that you
because
have your next game coming after 7 days, like it's one happened on Sunday and the next game is on the next Sunday,
hmm,
you
hmm,
have
hmm.
a whole week to regroup as a team and get your plans right. Because I don't know, sometimes this is a blessing in disguise for you having a loss in the start of the tournament, because India is known for these top order collapses in a way in big games. So it's good that it happened in the first game of the tournament in a way, because it gives you a wake up call. It can be a blessing in
Always.
disguise of a thing, because it can be like the 36 all out, you never know.
Absolutely right. You are so right. This 36 all out shook you, and you went on to win the Australia series. And here, like you say, it's better to lose a game early on in the tournament
Yeah.
because you can always come back. If you had lost this game in a knockout, you go home. So in a way, you should thank Pakistan for teaching you a lesson and beating you such soundly. I mean, it was a
And it
soundly
can be like
thrashing
the
at 10
2017
wickets.
Champions Trophy
You were
revenge also,
completely out.
because if Pakistan reaches the final and if you beat them the way they did, it can be a like revenge sort of a thing.
Yeah, but see, a lot of people were making a lot of noise about this record, right? See, all these things, at some point you will lose. It
Yeah,
is not
because
possible that
Australia
you will
also
win
had a
always.
32-year unbroken record at Gabba, but it also got broken. West Indies had also won against England 5 times, but then they got out
Yes,
on 55. So
yes, yes.
streaks are created to be broken in a way.
Exactly. I mean, um, you look at the bowling record. I mean, when it was the highest number of test wickets, right? 309, and then somebody came in to made it 400, then 500, then 600. So there is these records are meant to be broken,
Definitely.
and I'm hardly surprised that this record was broken, and now you have obviously you have come back and you have a lot of lessons to learn, like I said, and let's see what how India takes it forward from here. It's going to be very
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, because before this game, we were thinking like it's gonna be a cakewalk for us in this group to reach the semi-finals. There is only New Zealand and Pakistan, and India are just are like we'll beat them easily. Then India will beat Pakistan easily. We'll reach the semi-finals easily. There's a call between New Zealand and Pakistan to reach the semis. But now it's like you are in trouble, because if you lose your next game, you are technically out.
Gone. You're gone.
Yeah.
You're as good as gone because what will happen is your morale will be so low
Yeah.
that even Afghanistan will look like the strongest opponent on earth. So you will have to give your best in the next game, and and also, Arnav, we should also realize that this is a team game.
Yeah.
It's not fair to single out an individual, a batsman or a bowler, or somebody who may drop a catch, to blame that individual alone for defeat. So it is the day you play as a team, you win as a team, you lose as a team.
Yeah.
So that is the beauty of this game, or even football, any team game.
Yeah.
You no individual is always will be blamed for a defeat. So we are in for some exciting times. This is just the beginning of the World Cup. I'm sure there will be many more upsets
Yeah.
waiting. Look at how West Indies was bowled out for 55. Could you have imagined
No.
that West Indies will get out for such a low score? And so look at Sri Lanka. I mean,
Yeah.
they have come into the team strongly with a big reputation of having some very positive youngsters, and look at how they smashed Bangladesh.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about these teams like Afghanistan, definitely Sri Lanka, and Scotland. Did
Hmm.
you follow Scotland?
Yeah. I watched the whole qualifiers also and the Super 12
Hmm.
like till now.
Yeah, so it is always good to know about new players. It is also good to watch some new players from different teams. They keep your interest in the game alive. I mean, every day you can't be watching same set of people, and also, I'm sure youngsters like you will realize that what is good at IPL is not necessarily good at the World Cup. It's a very different cup of game. Uh, of course, IPL is competitive, it prepares you well, but the World Cup platform is very superior to IPL. It's very high.
I agree. So this is it for today. Till then, hope you like this video. If you have made it so far, do leave a like, comment down what do you think went wrong for India in this game. Or do subscribe to my channel. Till then, we'll meet you all in the next video. Goodbye guys and peace.